He is the owner and visual craftsman of his own agency, Seven, who created this wonderful poster tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Locke. Don't trip.
Woo! Oh, my goodness. All right. My printer was totally out of ink, so I was going to print this out, but I'm going to have to read off my phone. All right, team, we ready? Let's go. Tonight, I will be offering up an idea about thinking about something a little differently, about an event that everyone in this room shares, an event in life where we might have lost sight of its meaning. There can be highs, there can be lows, an event in our lives that can slip into being dictated by others. So let's ask some questions. What is a birthday? Have you ever questioned why we do the things we do on them? Do you have traditions? Who sets them? Is it where you mow down a bunch of pizza and cake? Or is it a day that you plan a huge party and then end up naked next to a porcelain goddess making out and wondering, what's going on with my life? I've definitely had some birthdays where I wonder if I'm going to survive the next morning. But what if we take the concept of a birthday to its simplest form? Birthday. The day that you were brought into this world. Wasn't that such an incredible miracle of a day? Yeah, I thought so too. This got me thinking, why not break out of the norm and do something incredible for that day? Something for you, something that makes you really live your incredible miracle of a life. So I came up with this concept that I've been exploring since 2012. It involves changing the mindset of a birthday party to a your day. My concept of a your day requires you to go on an adventure by yourself, big or small, preferably somewhere you've never been. I feel like being ourselves on your day of birth helps us for self-reflection and growth. A quality check for the upcoming year, being comfortable with who you are, what you believe in, what you want to be. I came up with 3 guidelines while on my birthday adventures. The first concept is scare yourself. How do you scare yourself? How would you push your limits? We all have things that scare us, but maybe it's the fear of heights or the fear of meeting new people, or maybe it's the fear of putting our artwork out into the world. You don't know until you give it a go. Sometimes facing it liberates us. My most memorable moment of scaring myself was when I decided to ride my bicycle from Charleston, South Carolina to Carolina Beach, North Carolina with my skateboard and camping gear strapped to my back. Yes, I rode up the Highway 17 on the side of the road with little to no shoulder, no bike lane, cars screaming past me at the speed of light. Thought I was going to die. So from there, it's scaring ourselves helps us break out of complacency in our lives. It gifts you with new experiences and new emotions, and which leads me into my second guideline. Learning something new. Sounds pretty obvious and simple, right? Consider this, it's called Your Day, so why don't you do something for your life? It can be a new activity, something, learning about a new culture, how to fix something, but whatever it is, let it be for you. So set a goal. Give it a go. No pressure. Don't worry about anybody else. Failure is a better way to learn than success. Remember, it's your day. And if you fail, you can cry if you want. You can cry if you want too. This makes me think of one of the moments, I learned, my moments of crying was when I traveled to Cordoba, Argentina, and I was completely oblivious that all the cars were manual. Didn't know how to do that. So the car I rented was not in a big safe parking lot with a bunch of room to get familiar. No, it was parallel parked in one of the busiest main roads of the city. Trucks, cars, scooters, motorcycles all screaming past like a swarm of locusts with blood dripping from their face. Terrifying. Hours later, and numerous heart attacks, no clutch left. I got the thing, got the thing running. And, it's something to be said for letting your instincts kick in and learning something new. And sometimes you need to meet somebody to learn something new, which leads me into my third point of Your Day adventure, meeting somebody new. I don't mean just shake somebody's hand and ask them to talk about the weather. Take the time to ask who they are, why they matter. Listen to their story. Sometimes it's best to just listen and know that there doesn't have to be an answer. To better understand our own life stories, sometimes we need to listen to somebody else's. So it's okay not to talk. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and only 1 mouth. We should watch and listen twice as much. When I traveled to Buenos Aires, I stayed in a hostel near the city center. I sat at the common area with my skateboard at my feet after I'd eaten breakfast, and I heard somebody say, "Skateboard!" And I turned around with a smiling face, and my broken Spanish started to talk to this individual. His name was Ruben, this guy right here. He told me about stories about growing up on a cattle farm outside in the country of Argentina. This taught him to believe in sharing love and passion and respect of where your food comes from, and was training to be a chef. We then slammed cervezas and skated through the city to check out all his favorite food vendors. We gathered supplies for a feast, and he taught me how to make a proper asado. Again, I was learning something new by breaking the norm and letting myself be, open to new experiences. So these are just examples of how I gave things a go. There's no rules or set ways to do it. You can go big, you can go small. Just give it a shot. Just like the wise Michael Scott said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's up to you, friends. So to kind of close out, I want to say, as you go forth into this new year, and for the rest of your lives, ask yourself this: what adventures will you take on your day? How will you scare yourself? What will you learn? Who will you meet? But my biggest question for all of you tonight is, who will you become? Thank you so much.